What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In one of my last videos, I showed you guys the difference between an RBB gear and an RBC gear. This one's a PND gear, but it's the first version of the RBC. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to clean one of these and properly put it back together. Especially if you got it from the junkyard, because look at that, it's gross. So this one's a good example that we can inspect and clean versus a already cleaned and good example. So let's open these so you can, number one, see the difference between the two, and number two, see how they come apart so you can put them back together properly. I'm gonna go ahead and crack these open right now. You need a T27. I'm just gonna be using them on an impact. I'm actually gonna move these bolts out the way. Cleaner one and a dirty one. My goodness gracious, look at the difference. That's gross. Okay. Move these forward a little bit and just put these behind them. You don't want to lose these. All right, these slide up in there like that. Those, okay, they're usually stuck on the back of these, right there on that circle part. But they should be right in here with the spring here. And it's dirty in here, but it's really not as bad as I thought it truly would be. I thought I'd see scoring and whatnot inside. So let's take this further apart. This is filthy. This should come apart from the back. Here's the back side. Take the pin out. This is the pin that unlocks and unlocks to slide the VTC back and forth. All right, and then on this part right here, when you get right here, you want to be careful because these are spring loaded. All right, all of these little spacers here are spring loaded. You don't want them flying everywhere, so you just want to pull it out just a little bit. And I like to grab one at a time. Okay, see, it's got a little spring on it to make it, it'll make it fly out. And there should be 8 of these. Sometimes you might have to get it from the bottom. Okay. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there is 8 of them. Why do I only see 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ha, 5. There's 5, 6, 7. It's sticking out the back. 8. Alright, thought I was going crazy there for a second. And then this just slides out. Okay. And that's there like that. Alright, this is all torn apart. I'm going to get it all cleaned up and show you how to put it back together. Alright, this is what it should look like. Okay, this one's a nice clean example of what this should look like. So I'm going to get these parts cleaned up off camera and show you little tidbits of information in between. Look how gross this water looks. Or, excuse me, the solution, this cleaning solution. It's disgusting. Look. Yuck. Alright, all the parts are all cleaned up for this. I've got the RBB set to the side because I'm going to be looking at the wear marks on both gears. This one has less than 60,000 miles on it. This one was black with sludge. So we're going to see, you know, how bad the wear marks are and if I can still use it. Already we're looking at this and you can see there's some marks there that you cannot feel with your hand at all. Like, cannot feel that whatsoever. Alright. This I feel. Oh no, that was just the lip. Okay, so I just felt that lip there. Now here's the other one. You can see there's some wear marks. You can see there's some just there, like the lighter gray or the darker patches. Alright. It's not as much as this one, but this one doesn't look really bad at all. And then we're going to move on to this piece here. It's got the wear marks on the outside, kind of like a U, like that. Okay, and then right here. And then on this one, has the same marks. It's got the same wear marks. So this one's looking like we can actually use this. This is looking like a good VTC gear. I thought it might have been extremely worn down because of the, I gotta clean all that red fuzz from the rag. I thought it might have been extremely worn down because of the lack of oil changes, but it looks the same. Well, everything here is looking good. Even here, this one's got a little bit of wear marks, but you can't feel anything. You don't feel a noticeable difference. And that also has wear marks on it. So I'm gonna get this thrown back together. I'm gonna show you guys how to put it back together, because these gotta face a certain way. This all goes in obviously a certain way to be correct. So here it is. Alright, so this is the piece I'm actually going to start out with. I'm going to go ahead and drop that section in there like that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to just grab this one here too. This pin goes there. Okay. Slide that all the way over. Now that you got it to this point, all right, you just want to drop this pin in, push it down so this doesn't turn anymore. The spring goes in there, help you push it down. That goes in there. Blow. Okay, done. Next, you want to grab your little clips here. You notice it has like a little bridge there. You want to set these like that. Okay, like that. They even got a mark. I mean, a new one won't have this mark, but it's even got a mark to show you where it was at before. You see the little square there. And then be wary of where you set this at, because the plastic has to ride up against the metal that turns. So this is non-moving. If you put that up against the part that turns, it'll scrape it and cause damage. So you want to set that up against the outside like that, and then just push it down just like that. And I'm going to repeat the process all the way around. And like I said, you want to make sure, sorry, these gloves are tearing me up. You put this in a way like right here on this piece, you want to put it like that, because that turns there. All right, it slides up against the metal, and if you had the bracket on the back side or the little spring on this side, it would scratch that every single time it activates. So all right, that was the last one. So basically you want it to look like that. Again, you want to put the spring on the side of the metal that does not turn. All right, the pin is in the back of it. So here, let me like that. Slide that through, boom, and then turn it. Okay, so you want the springs to be on the side that doesn't move. So this, you know, hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. The plastic rides up against the all the moving parts. So it's that doesn't slide anymore. Boom. Okay, this is ready to close up and go back together, or it's already back together, but it's ready to lube up and close up. When you get to this point, you just want to drop a whole bunch of assembly lube in there and move everything around. And actually, I'm going to lift that up and turn it. Okay, so that I get some lube in here and all back here and in between. So I'm going to pull this out real quick, actually. Flip this over. Lube this. And the reason why you want to lube it is so that on first startup it doesn't have any metal on metal contact with anything. You just want to drop a bunch of lube all up in here. Alright, even in here. Okay. Drop some in there. Flip it over, put it back together. Pin fell out. Put the pin right there. And then I'm going to lube up this side. Be generous because it's only going to do good for you. Alright, and then work it back and forth a few times, and then you can throw the pin back in it. So you're springing. Lube your spring in your little plastic there. Okay. And then we can cover it. And this actually only goes on one way as well. So, blow. Just hand tighten that. Hand tighten that. And then you just want to snug these tight. That's it. Crisscross. Go back over them. Alright. This is ready to be installed and run on a car. All clean, lubed, ready to go. Clean this right here. Alright. So this is ready to get installed on a car. Alright, and that's how you take one of these apart and put it back together the right way. And again, we found this one in the junkyard. It was on the floor on a cam, and just look at it, still usable. That's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.